I love the rags to riches tale.
Yeah, sure. I think we all do.
I just think I don't like
I agree.
That's how it is. Here we go. Hi. Once upon a groove on an old soul tune. I watch the pin move to shape the breakthroughs. Who makes moves, maneuver in the right direction? The rest of you get left behind and messed up in this session. I'm not trying to make a difference.
Welcome everyone to Drunkest Live, episode 166 now, in beautiful Austin, Texas, at Don's Depot. I'm Travis.
I am Dylan.
We're a podcaster who likes to hang out and have some drinks. A lot of podcasts do that, but
Yeah,
we do it
better.
We do it better. At least I think so. Maybe if you don't agree, you can already call 412-440-7468. That's a phone number you can call or text. 412-440-SHOT. We like to hang out with cool people and talk about the things that happen over the week over drinks and stuff. We have Dylan Canfield coming back. I'm going to call him Canfield or Billy. Actually, it's up to you which one you prefer.
.com.
Yeah.
You want to be called
None of the
.com?
above.
You want to be
call him
called
.com.
it. Why?
Okay.
30 Rock.
It gets confusing on the show.
It does. Well, Canfield's okay. Well, okay.
Canfield, I
All
would
right.
accept
Dot .com is okay. All right.
I'm
Give us
sorry. I need the phone number again, please.
412-440-44 or 7468.
Canfield.
Canfield. He is an IT professional in Austin, Texas. He also traveled a lot to do multiple bike messaging related events. You've seen Japan. You said you went to France too at some point.
Oh, so many countries.
So many countries, yeah.
It's hard to name them all. But,
Okay, well, don't hurt
I
yourself.
won't name them all. I would say the farthest points of the world were Japan and Guatemala.
In Guatemala. Cool. So we got that side of things. So we have across from him, we have one of my favorite people of all time, if not the most important person in my life. It's Dylan Rodlewski. No, it's Andrea Stellato, my wonderful girlfriend. I'm really happy to have you back on the show. She's a professional bartender / manager here, bar manager in Austin, Texas, and she's excellent at everything she does.
That is true. I can confirm that.
Even her self-deprecation's on point.
I'll take it.
You'll take it. It's been a long time since you've actually been in or adjacent to the show, really.
That's
Well,
true.
you've been in the kids' table, I
Yeah,
guess.
the baby table.
Baby table.
Yeah.
Halloween.
Why baby table? Call it kids' table.
Yeah, it's the grown-up table and the baby table.
No, they don't say that in Thanksgiving. It's always kids' table and grown-up table. No one says baby table.
It's baby table.
There's no babies over there. You guys are at least
You
12
haven't
or
been
13.
there in a while, so
I'll never be there. That's the reason I host this show, so I never have to sit at the other table. Yeah, the last time you were on the show was when we went to Hawaii for Halloween, at the Halloween show.
Yeah,
And had a pretty good damn time.
that was fun.
What is up with you, madam?
nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy?
No,
Everything crazy?
Everything crazy. I just working too much, getting ready for South by.
Yeah. You work at Jackalope on the 6th Street? On the 6th Street?
On the 6th Street.
Well,
yeah.
there's like East 6, there's West 6, and there's Dirty 6.
So on Dirty 6.
But for me, that's always 6th Street. I don't care how Jay Blacks does it. I could give a shit.
It's dirty.
Yeah.
We're on Dirty.
You guys get excited about South by? Is it something to get excited
No,
about?
it is. It is. We're always excited about South by.
Yeah, lots of money.
Got to prep. Yeah, lots of money, lots
Yeah.
of craziness, lots of famous people.
Last year, you guys had you had the zombies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the highlight of my whole South by last
That was really
year.
fucking cool.
was.
Yeah.
The band, the zombies.
The band.
Yeah,
was
the
on.
clarify.
ancient. They now look like zombies because they're fucking old.
They actually
longer
are
metaphor.
zombies now.
Yeah.
But they were awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty
And
cool.
anybody who knows me knows that I like old school.
I
Motown,
believe you
oldies.
squeezed like a little girl.
I did kind of a little bit.
Squeed. Yeah, Squeed.
Yeah, for sure.
So zombies are your favorite, though, right? Of that
Of the era.
of music, yeah.
No, probably not.
Who are your favorite, though?
I really like Sam Cooke. I really like 1910 Fruit Gum Company.
Wait, did they have one more song?
They had a lot of songs.
Had a lot of
yeah.
songs? And that was a company that was literally created to sell a product, right?
I don't.
Like, isn't that the name of their band was related to like some kind of chewing gum? I thought it was. I thought when we looked it up.
I can't recall actually.
But they make
should
great
I
music.
wiki it right now?
Yeah, please do. Yeah.
Okay.
What are some of their songs? I'm not familiar with that band.
Is it?
There are more. I have a favorite, and then there are some that are.
It's
More
not
popular.
Double Your Pleasure with Double Mint Gum. That came later.
No,
That is one of the best songs ever written.
It was a cover.
Oh,
Yeah, you'd be surprised to know.
Kanye.
Yeah, Kanye did it.
Yeah.
Kanye is such a
he
genius.
did everything.
Well, it's 50% more gum because it's double pleasure.
And it lasts 1,000 years.
Yeah. No, that's Bazooka Joe.
Oh, you're
I'm
right.
200% more influential than Bazooka Joe. 50% more influential than double mint gum. 5% fruit stripe.
Ooh, that's bold claim.
Oh, there's genre is bubblegum pop. Late 60s.
Wait,
2007 to present. So
Ooh,
they're back.
they're
Yeah,
back.
they're making a comeback.
they're back in pog form.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Oh, wait. Past members, 5 people. Current members, 5 different people. So that's
Yeah.
great.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
In memoriam.
Can't keep a franchise down, you know.
Yeah.
I will post the names of those who've passed.
Oh, Simon Says, 1, 2, 3, Red Light's my favorite.
That's the
Goody
one.
Gumdrops, Special Delivery.
That's the one to know. 1, 2, 3, red light is the one that's like, okay, hey, what's going on? Oh, this is kind of
They're
kind of
then
stalkerish.
That's my favorite. My favorite part of that genre is like how sexist and horrible all the
Yes.
lyrics are.
Very sexist and
And that one in particular is really terrible. Oh yeah.
just play it in the background. You know, if you listen to it kind of in a shallow way, it just sounds like a cool song.
Well, it's very like happy and like
Beatles-ish. You know,
sure,
or-
yeah. You just want to dance to it, and you're like, oh, it's a love song, and then you listen to the lyrics, and you're like, oh shit, this dude is like basically saying, I've tried to make a pass at you a bunch of times, and you say no a lot, and I've decided that if you say no to me again, we're totally over. This is total crap.
You're missing out a really good
You're missing,
opportunity.
yeah, you're missing out. We're fucking done if you don't fuck me, basically. And then there's a point where it's like, might take advantage of you if you say no again.
Yeah.
There's like some rape undertext there, which is oddly hilarious. to me.
Overt for sure at some point. Yeah.
Now, I'm just curious, is that how the term bubblegum pop got
Like-
started?
Not the rape part, but yeah.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
not the rape part.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It was such a simple time back then
Yep.
when all you had to do was just add "ater" to the end of a product and you could sell it.
Like what?
I don't even know what a refrig would do, but whatever a refrigerator does, it does it even more. 100% more refrig. You know?
Oh, they were promoted as a bubblegum super jam band.
And then the
Super
the
Jam.
Terminator came out and ruined all of that.
Super gum.
Oh, they opened for the Beach Boys.
That makes sense.
I don't know. Maybe that was their best like time.
I mean, literally called 1910 Fruit Gum Company. There's no way. They didn't have hipsters back then. There wasn't like anyone saying, oh, this would be kind of ironic. They literally at some point said,
Oh, so they're ahead of their time.
Simon
So-
Says sold 3.5 million.
Damn.
It just says period after that, so I don't know if it's copies or
3.5 million.
You
Gum.
could, yeah,
Period.
you 3.5 million gums. Yeah,
That's resume padding is what that is.
and in the 60s, that was 50-year-old gum back then. So
That's true. Worth a lot more, I'm sure.
And with inflation, wow.
How'd you get into that style of music? When we first met you, actually, you weren't listening to that style of music, is what I remember. You were listening to not necessarily poppy or really popular things, but you were listening to like
more modern stuff, I guess.
modern-ish. Yeah, I mean, you were still
Ish.
really into Bjork. You were really into what's the one band I can't remember?
Portishead.
Yes, that's
probably.
exactly right.
Well, they're a good band.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and all based on color.
garbage.
Oh, yeah, your favorite.
There it is, garbage.
That's
yeah.
my favorite. No, I don't know. I started doing daytime, and I had to put like something daytime appropriate.
Something that fits both the moods.
Well, we were getting a lot of tourists and
Yeah.
So you get kind of rockabilly.
ish,
Ish,
yeah.
yeah.
So I needed something that fit, that was just light to listen to, and then I got knee deep in it.
Sure.
Nice.
But it was based on creating a playlist for your
It was
shifts
based
while you were
on
working.
creating an atmosphere for my shift that I enjoyed, and I felt like all ages could enjoy.
Yeah.
I did that. I currently still do that with movies too.
Oh, for daytime, because you guys are like the only bar open on 6th Street.
Yeah,
And you have kind of a look that is maybe scary to tourists.
I don't
But,
think
but,
so
but if you
anymore.
play the music, it kind of bounces out. You go, this place is just quirky and cool. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, sure.
If you're playing death metal, they would not come in.
Well, we definitely play death metal on
well, no, during the day.
Oh yeah, but daytime you just need something chill, like inoffensive,
Yeah.
not necessarily.
Something calm to listen to while you're watching Beetlejuice, I guess. or-
Yeah. But you got to play the crowd. Yeah.
I like that. I like that though.
Yeah,
You know, I
that's
think well, obviously that's important, but also the fact that it can change so dramatically. Like, because you not only do you know your crowd, but at 5 o'clock, the movies will change.
Oh, absolutely.
At 10 or 11, the movies will change even more dramatically.
Well,
you
and
know?
even during the day, there are a lot of movies. If I have, if the bar is full of bachelor parties, I'll play like The Hangover or something.
Of course,
But like if the bar is full of really older tourists, I'll play The Jerk. Like it's
Nice.
like movie DJ kind of,
Yeah.
Or like if the bar is full of 30 somethings, then I'll play something we haven't seen, like Back to the Future, like something, or E.T., something we haven't seen in so long.
Yeah.
Like nostalgia, I guess, is what I was going for the daytime atmosphere.
That's a solid way to keep retention
A safe
too.
nostalgia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
yeah. Not going to play a lot of John Waters during the day. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that's nostalgia as well.
Crybaby might work.
Crybaby's on the patio.
Crybaby's still a really weird movie.
Yeah, it
I mean,
is.
it feels really tame because the rest of his movies are Look, Serial Mom is probably the
Serial
most.
Mom is-
Serial Mom is a very daytime appropriate movie, and
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
playing that movie.
Oh, that movie's great.
It's
I
still
love
really
it.
great. But like, look at his other
But you don't want to play like
accomplishments.
Brazil or.
Yeah.
Oh, Brazil is someone else.
Terry Gilliam.
Gilliam.
Oh, okay.
But also very weird.
And you don't want to play that during daytime.
Right.
It's too awkward. You can't include everybody on that.
Yeah. Well, no one wants to watch someone eat poop either.
Yeah, I mean, not
True.
not every day all the time.
No. I mean, on Tuesdays.
It's a sometimes food.
Tuesdays after 11 p.m. Maybe that's appropriate. I don't know.
It's a sometimes food. Everyone. Cookie Monster taught me that.
Sure. And apparently you're not supposed to bite into it, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, no, you have to savor it like a lozenge, if
Like
you
a
will.
lozenge, melt in
Yeah,
your mouth.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was at a more hipster, upscale condo-based place recently.
TGI Fridays.
No, beyond that.
Oh, you should go back in. They're incredible now.
Oh, yeah?
PF Chang's probably.
Bocce ball, every table.
Nice. I like it. It's one of those places. I was dragged there with some friends who go to those places.
How old are those friends?
They're my ages.
Okay.
Movies.
Boobies.
Lubies.
Boobies.
No,
kind of hipster.
not my actual age.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
my stage age.
Right, stage age.
So it was a really hipster place. It was like a Friday or something, and it was packed with douchebags. And they were trying to do what you guys do at Jack Loeb at the movies, and they were playing the Dark Crystal. And it was
See-
just the hardest reach of we're trying to
No.
be retro and weird and cool. And it was like,
There are some
no.
movies that you just need to embrace that you enjoyed as a child
Yep.
during that time frame
Yep.
that you should not ruin your memories of
With
by
subsequent viewings,
watching
yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Exactly.
with a bunch of douchebags. Yeah.
Well, and so Labyrinth is a great movie. I still love watching it, but Dark Crystal, you shouldn't watch that again. Just love it when you loved it,
Yeah.
because you will not love it if you
Yes,
watch it again.
That is true.
Even if you don't love it, like it's still something you're trying to introduce to groups of people who have never seen it, and it's still really dark, and it's also crazy weird. It's a dark Muppet movie.
Yeah.
You know, like that doesn't work
And also
very well.
a
At least
bad movie.
It's
well,
really terrible.
I don't remember. I've never seen it, so
What?
I've never seen it. See, so
Yeah,
but I think I've lost the window to be
I'll
able to
just
watch it.
share my nostalgia with you, so you don't ever have to be like.
I love that
Andrew.
movie back then. I hear it. I feel it now.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't ever want to see it again.
Yeah,
That's so
please
sweet.
don't ever watch it again. Don't watch it as an adult. It's
Yeah.
not great.
What are other movies like that? Like they should never be watched again.
I'm sure there are quite a few. of
There are
them.
tons
Like something
of
from
them.
I remember watching He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, the live-action movie.
I actually will.
I saw that in the theaters and I really enjoyed it, but I don't know if I could ever go back.
I've watched it occasionally because it is really terrible and cheesy. But for what they were trying to do and what they had as a budget and what
Yeah.
movies were at the time,
Yeah.
it isn't
The best they could
there,
do.
There are a lot of qualifiers in that statement.
Sure,
I understand
sure.
that, but it's not a complete piece of crap.
Right.
It's not like a Transformers movie or something.
Sure.
We recently watched the Jack Nicholson, Michael Keaton Batman.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Well,
The best Batman.
Yeah.
Well, Michael Keaton's the best Batman
Yeah.
because he has the best jawline.
Also, there's a detective work in it.
Yes.
Right.
That's a really big deal. I forgot about that. Like the actual running down of the samples that cause this crazy, insane, very weird way of killing people. Like it's a pretty brutal movie. when
Yeah.
it was
But the
broken
hot
down.
girls are not hot.
No, they're
Very
80s hot.
basically-
Yeah, late 80s, early 90s. They scream a lot, and they're very like, "Oh, I can't take care of myself. Oh
Vicky
no,
Vale, yeah.
what am I
Yeah.
gonna do?"
Well, that was the best acting she ever did. So.
Well, and then we were talking about Joker's makeup. Was not great. It
Yeah.
was not great.
Watching it in HD is
not
it's
great
pretty
at all.
tough. You know.
Well, it's also
I
still,
remember being super scared and impressed and how they get his face to look like that. And now I'm watching it and I'm like, oh my God, I can see where shit's like peeling up on the side. Like, it's
especially
not
when
good.
he's wearing the normal makeup.
Oh yeah. It's too
Oh
bad.
God, it's
Yeah.
so bad. It was definitely better covered in other makeup.
When it's,
like the
when it's
white,
covered in white was better.
it's
When he's
totally
covered
fine.
in the of course that also plays into the character. It was just silly.
Oh, of course. A really bad plastic surgery too,
Yeah.
just in general.
Right, and we talked about that,
Yeah.
but at the same
Still.
time,
Well, it's like right after, it's like on the heels of watching Captain America, you watching Captain America the first time, and then seeing the transformation between Chris Evans as a little scrawny dude to turning into this super soldier.
I was like,
And you're like,
wait,
yeah.
how is his face?
Whose body was,
Yeah,
you asked
whose
me, whose
body?
body was real? Which one was the real body?
Yeah.
Because it's just so, well, they can do so much.
That was pretty good CG.
Yeah, it's really good CG.
Apparently, was his body. They just shrank it, like squish it. And,
What?
yeah.
Oh, no, I
basically-
thought it was a body double. Oh,
No,
oh my
apparently
God, that's
it was,
incredible.
He was walking around shirtless the whole time when they're filming, and they just scrunchied him down or whatever.
Oh, shit. So
That's
they're,
fucking
put
weird.
lots of dots
It's
on his
pretty
the
fucking
white
weird.
dot things.
yeah.
But yeah, apparently that was really him. That's why it looked so natural, because it wasn't just a head superimposed. It
Or
was
like a
actually-
face superimposed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's still some chin moments, but
Yeah,
we'll talk about that off air.
yeah.
He's no Michael Keaton.
I'll talk about Chris Evans all day long.
Oh, yeah, man.
I have no problem.
Sexy.
Eh.
.com, what do you think is a movie you can't re-watch?
Did it have to be good when it came out?
No.
Because
No, I guess it didn't
was
have
just
to,
thinking
but-
Dick Tracy is an example of a
Oh,
terrible
nice.
Well, I mean, why would you want to see it again then? I'm asking about a movie like from your childhood, like
That you like
Krull.
nostalgically
I'm pretty
loved.
sure Krull is terrible, but fucking Krull was so cool
movie. Last
when I was young.
Starfighter?
Oh no, that is a good movie.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
But
Wrong.
Krull's a really good answer though, because that movie was terrible then. It is terrible now.
Oh, so
but
neat.
everyone loved it because that thing was just kind of cool.
And it had force powers too.
Yeah.
Was Krull before or after Star Wars? It was
And
after
Liam
Star Wars,
Neeson's
right?
in there.
Oh yeah, Liam Neeson's in it.
That was after Star
It was
Wars.
after Star Wars, so like they're playing into that whole like the thing can come
Yeah.
to him when he needs it. He had to dip his hand in lava to get it. Like, man, this is badass.
Yeah.
But never. I don't want to prove myself wrong.
And they stole the music from Wrath of Khan.
Did they?
It uses the same soundtrack.
It was after what? All right.
Budget reasons.
Now I have to see it.
So Dark Crystal is probably my best example of movies that I don't ever want to see again, but that I'm
That's
like
a pretty good
nostalgically attached to.
Yeah.
But I'm also nostalgically attached to movies that are still fucking awesome, like Drop Dead Fred,
Yeah.
Labyrinth, for instance. Like anything
Death
with
Becomes Her?
Death Becomes Her. I love that
That's a good
movie.
one. I like
Notting Hill.
Notting Hill. You made me watch that one.
We've run out of time. Let's take a break and we'll come back. And
How old is that movie?
We'll have more Drunkcast.
Wipe the dust off the canvas and wait till we break.
She has a really gross mouth.
True story.
Shoe tripping on his deep groove. And the night's new, what a feeling, what a nice mood. A bam, boom, rock, we're here to rock you. It's like
Welcome back to the show, everybody.
Yeah.
Segment 2, the fight and the double deuce. Damn it! I don't know why. I just love saying the fight and 2. Still hanging out here at Don's Depot. Still have, of course, Dylan.com
Canfield.
and Andrew Salato kicking. Oh, you want Canfield now?
Okay.
You want to
I can change
confuse
my mind.
everyone? No, you can't. You can change your mind.
I can change his mind.
Once the narrative has been set, you have to stick with the thing. I'm sorry.
Canfield.com.
Canfield.com.
Well, there we go.
Wait, I think that's what you are on my phone.
Small political thing, of course, for people who didn't really actually pay attention because it was hard to know the thing was happening. Nevada went to Hillary by a small margin, and I guess it was all Trump in North Carolina.
No, it was
100%?
No, it was really close.
South
Like, Trump was like 32%. Cruz was like 27. Rubio was like 23.
Oh, that's still pretty good margin for it.
yeah. Well, for him being a complete, piece of crap who
Yeah.
does not play that audience at all to win is pretty
Yeah.
impressive.
Doesn't even try to play that audience. But now that's taken care of.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Thank you.
Now that's taken care of, we can talk about anything else that's going on.
Okay.
Yay!
Things and such.
Yeah, things and such.
My roommate backed into my company car today.
You did say that.
Put
That
a
is
gigantic dent in it.
No, is that
That's,
so?
that's-
That is so.
precise.
I'm very excited about it.
Why wouldn't you be?
Yeah.
Should have stayed at my house.
That's be a pain.
should've.
That's not just the body work. They have to rewrap like half of
That's
that.
what I'm wondering about. It's a wrap. So does that mean they do the entire car?
Does it save you money if you peel it up and unwrap it yourself?
No.
No, it's on there.
Yeah. It depends on how bad. I have a company vehicle that's wrapped, and depending on how bad it's damaged,
It's-
it's either they
The
can fix
entire
the piece,
door needs to go
like they can
away.
fix the piece, or they end up having to do the whole thing. That's not cheap.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Yay!
I'm not excited about it.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
it's gonna be a weird conversation.
Does he have do they have insurance?
She does. She was like, I'm going to the grocery store. I'm like, I've already been to the grocery store. I don't need anything. All right, remind me.
Did you
if
get sour
need
cream?
anything. I did, twice.
Good.
And then I hear the door again, and I'm getting ready to tease her, like, what'd you forget? And then she's like, I'm so sorry. I just hit your car.
But I totaled your fucking car.
And I'm like,
Jesus.
and I'm thinking, like, oh. She's like, yeah, I backed into it. And I'm like, oh, so, like,
Like a
backed
dent.
into it? Like,
Yeah,
no
whatever.
damage, right?
Ain't no
and
thing.
she's like, yeah, damage. And so
Wait, so
I,
what happens in that instance?
Well, I guess the most reasonable thing would she has insurance. She uses her
Right,
insurance to,
right.
yep.
you don't get in trouble for it at all. Should work out as long as everyone's reasonable.
I mean, the car was parked. I'm not driving.
Yeah.
Did you file a police report?
It did not.
You don't need to.
Do you not?
Well, the only reason you need to is if you don't trust the person who hit you.
Right, which is obviously not the
I've
situation.
never-
As a teenager, my dad always said that if you get into an accident, you should say, "Oh, do you have your ID on you?" I do this as a bartender as well.
Yeah.
And then you say, "Oh, may I see it?" Just to write down your information, and then they hand you the ID, ideally, if you will. And then you put it in your pocket and you don't give it back until the police
Until the police show
Yeah.
up. Yeah, that's smart.
That was literally what he told me to do. So when I hit that fucking El Camino as a kid, or well, yeah, I guess I hit the El Camino twice. Well, twice to make a point, but I kept her ID.
First time was an accident. Second time.
The first time was an accident. Well, it was her fault. And then she like jumped out and
Oh, so you.
she was like, "Oh, my neck. Oh, my baby. Your tricolor piece of shit El Camino." And we were in the middle of the street, and I was like, "Well, let's pull out of the street onto a side street." And she was like, "Oh, my husband's a lawyer." I was 16. "We're going to sue you, and my neck hurts so bad." And I'm thinking, we're both at like a red light. Like, what are you talking about? So she was threatening to sue me. So I was like,
I'd ask her
"Meh."
why her husband hates her so much.
I know. Well,
You're-
Drive El Camino.
He's a lawyer and
Yeah.
he won't buy you a new car.
Exactly. Whatever. She was threatening a lot of
Wins
stuff.
the divorce.
So we go to take a left onto the side street, and she had already been threatening all this stuff. So I fucking hit her again just to make it count. I had to pay her like $600, but I paid her in change.
in change, really?
Yep. Giant bags
bag
of
of-
it.
bag of quarters.
Plural bags. I brought it in my backpack
Eight
Love it.
plurables change them.
I love it.
to the lawyer's office in the car that I hit her with 2 times. I was a shitty teenager.
No, that's pretty. That's pretty awesome. Though.
She was a bitch.
Yeah. Oh, you got your
Fucking
money.
threaten shit. Yeah, I'll pay you $600, no problem, in change.
See,
like a dick.
I just want it to be over. Like, I never really want to. I definitely don't want to escalate anything if I don't have to.
I wasn't really like
Well, hitting a
mature enough
Of
to
course,
like
of
think
course.
that through. I was just like, well, she's gonna fuck me anyway, so might as
Well,
well make it worth
and
it.
I've been through traumatic situations with car, like I'm delivering pizzas in Pearland, and driving like a fucking idiot. So I've been in 2 situations that were kind of traumatic and never just don't want to do it again, So having this conversation with a person who's like, well, I don't have insurance. Like, all right, look, I don't know what to do here, but I kind of just want to leave. Like, so give me all the information you have and I will contact you. And that, that just fucks you up. Stealing someone's ID
I definitely did
is
that.
probably illegal.
I didn't steal it. I confiscated it temporarily.
Temporarily.
Oh, citizens arrest. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, let me get your information. Bonk. Police.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe I was in the wrong. Whatever. I paid for it.
It was
In change.
especially
In
weird
change.
because I was at home and in the middle of baking cookies. So I was in Happy Land. Mm-hmm. I'm making chocolate chip cookies.
So these are wreck cookies? Is that what you're saying right now?
Like, life doesn't get better. I'm stirring up the thing. It's Kerrygold. It's Ghirardelli chocolate. Like, life is not getting any better.
I kind of taste a little nihilism, actually.
And then the roommate comes in and tells me that just happened. And, I actually held it together.
Oh, that's what I tasted in the cookie. Sadness.
Yeah. It's the
No,
tears.
No, there
Yeah,
were
it
no
was
tears.
Just a little bit of salt.
Yeah.
There are salt in the cookies, but no tears.
I'm so sorry, dude.
But yeah, it did kind of ruin the whole making cookies for friends experience.
No, the cookies came out fine.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
They're quite delicious.
That sounds like punitive damage to me.
Yeah. Yeah, you suffered a loss.
She immediately texted me her insurance information.
Actually, I'm a liar.
But then
Can I get a loan, sir,
went,
please?
went to the grocery store and didn't come back for the next 2 hours.
Embarrassed?
I don't know. Yeah,
Maybe
I
she cried in the parking lot.
I eventually
for a
left.
while.
I mean, I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I'm not good at hiding
Your
them.
short sleeves.
My short sleeves.
Yeah.
So I'm
Poignant,
even though
actually.
I felt like I was being very calm, and I was like, no, we can just deal with this later. Like everyone knows each other here. We both have
Clearly
insurance.
called the cops.
Yep, they're finally here. That's how long the cops take. But
Hours later.
I may have seemed perturbed because she did not come back home.
I could easily spend 2 hours at the grocery store alone.
Yeah, true.
Sure.
I can too because the store I shop at never has any goddamn checkers.
Yeah, Randall's.
You-
Go to a real
Yeah,
grocery store.
There's your
Jesus.
problem.
Yeah. HEB sells checkers and chess. So, in and out.
Uh-huh.
Mhm. Or you could ask Favor to bring you some checkers
Yeah.
if you want. I've never heard them called checkers. It's all been cashiers.
No,
it's
it's checkers.
It's a
Yeah.
check stand.
Checkers?
And
What?
they're
Checkers?
checkers.
Nobody
Yeah.
says that.
Yeah, see? Okay, so
It's a
half and half.
generator.
I used to
It's
work
a
in the
generational
industry.
It is
thing.
You were in
generational.
industry. Okay.
They are
Yeah.
checkers.
Also, buy me 1,000,000 black cherry seltzers, please.
Yes. Yes.
I will pay you the money.
I go through
This
a
is
lot
not
of
very
that.
good content, gentlemen. I'm just like,
No. I would like a sponsorship from the Safeway Foods for their Refresh brand.
I tried
cherry
to buy it on
water.
Amazon, and they
You can't.
don't. You can't.
Nope, you can't.
And I got some shit fucking imitation one from HEB, and it's
Not the
total
same.
fucking crap.
I know.
I hate it.
That stuff is crack. I've got like 3 or 4 people
It is
addicted to it.
So fucking good.
I drink it solo. I drink it with vodka. It's yeah. I drink a lot of that stuff. I actually drink so much of it. I'm starting to feel that I'm having a negative carbon footprint because I'm putting so many 1-liter bottles in the recycle bin every day. It's like
Dude, I don't even care. Like that stuff is so good.
That's your level of reasonable discourse when it comes to the environment.
I don't
Like,
even care.
Doesn't even matter. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so good.
She's looking at me like,
it really is good. I'll bring some.
Yeah.
I'll
It's so good. Also, I could drive my own ass in my own fucking car to like Randall's.
get- but then you spend 2 hours waiting to check out. Yeah.
It's
'Cause
totally
there are no
worth it.
checkers,
It's
right?
worth it. Yeah. I should be at Checkers at Randall's. I'll get a discount
thank you so much.
No.
on their 99-cent.
No, it's,
Liter of-
right now it's only 69 cents if you have a club card. So.
Does that mean I have to sign up for something? I have to give my fake email address to somebody. Ugh.
We got phone numbers for
Yeah.
you.
Well, you need a phone over at Randall's anyway, so.
That's what I'm saying.
Landline only.
So earlier this week, I don't know who has not seen it so far, but
Me.
Kanye apparently flipped the fuck out.
Yeah, he did.
Against someone SNL because they tried to change his set. He was going to perform. He was going to perform Life of Pablo, which is, as Dylan could probably contest, not very good.
I've been forced to listen to
Listen to a lot of it. Yeah.
Why?
But Donnie's been listening to it, I
Oh,
guess.
I see.
And Donnie, love him. If he's listening to this, I appreciate him for trying his best to figure out why he should argue for Kanye the next time I see him.
He was trying to make a good point. And he was,
But if you have to listen to something 60 times, just
before it
Wait,
clicks.
sexy times? Kanye?
60 times.
Oh,
60
sorry.
times. Sorry.
not
I'm
sexy
confused.
time. No.
Yeah, I've got earbuds in. It's very confusing.
So Kanye got upset at someone who was trying to change his set because this album was coming out. He's obviously been going through a lot of financial difficulties because he's $65 million in debt, as he says. And freaked out. And the audio was released, and it was weird. He compared himself to everybody.
Shocker.
Yeah,
Escobar,
he's 50% better than what
Picasso.
Picasso.
Fucking Picasso. he
Fucking
said.
Picasso. Yeah. I guess Pablo Escobar. I guess. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Who are the other people that were?
Kubrick.
Yeah, no,
He mentioned Kubrick a lot,
Well, he
actually.
said Stanley Kubrick is what he said.
No.
Yeah, he said Kubrick.
Kanye. Kanye Michael Stellato.
You should probably.
You need to educate yourself.
So as we've been looking at the what is apparently the Deadpool future,
Wow.
the Deadpool future of comic book movies. The one thing that we talked about off air is that this character, the Deadpool character, is able to market himself directly because he does not live in a world where there's not fourth walls that he can break constantly. So he put out this breakdown of why he's not going to host
Who's he?
SNL.
I'm sorry. Who's
Deadpool.
Deadpool talking to Lorne Michaels.
That and Rick Taylor. Fake ass. I'm gonna break the motherfucking internet. 7 years since I played Oregon. Fuck this shit. I got the biggest rated R movie of all time. Are they fucking crazy? I'm 50% more influential than MC Hammer, Apostle Judas Iscariot, the Kia Sorrento, 10% more influential than Barbara Bush, the Muppets, Bob Newhart, 60% more influential than the iPhone 5, Shredded Cheese, and Dr. Ruth, 7% less influential than the Urban Dictionary. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Dead or alive, 3% more than Wolverine.
That's a really good Kanye song right
It's
there.
a really, actually, I think that comes
Might be the
from
best
Life
Kanye
of
We're
Pablo,
gonna need
yeah.
a remix later.
I can try to do that.
Yeah, you should do that.
That's right. Yeah, Kanye was saying he was better than the Apostle
Oh, yes.
Paul.
The Apostle
Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah.
Which is, that's
does
a
that
pretty,
mean?
that's a
I'm
pretty
sorry, what
recent.
does
I
that
mean, he's like
mean?
literally talking about the Apostle Paul from
Yeah.
Jesus' crew.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, like the dude who started writing the Bible.
Oh.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Kanye West is to music as Ted Cruz is to
Can
God.
he quote anything from the Bible at all?
He doesn't have to. He's 50% better than that.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I overthought that.
But that means he can give us 50% better anything.
Quotes,
from-
yeah.
yeah, sure.
Quotes, yeah.
But as we mentioned before, like, what I really love about this thing is that the turnaround was so quick. Like, he could take a meme, the Deadpool character, Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool could
Yeah.
take this meme and then throw it back out, and people go fucking crazy. Hit
Can I
another-
ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
So, Deadpool memes and like the character and whatever, is that all Ryan Reynolds doing
Yeah.
this shit?
Yeah,
Yep,
that
yep,
was Ryan Reynolds.
yep.
So does he have?
He's enjoying the hell out of the shtick
Well,
Right.
of a character who can
He's
talk
finally-
to.
Now-
He talks directly to audiences.
Does he have like the ability legally to like represent
Oh, I'm sure this is all part of the
Deadpool,
marketing.
like
yeah.
marketing?
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
And if nothing else, he's just happy to wash that Green Lantern stank off of him.
Of course.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, 20th Century Fox has basically given him a blank check for Deadpool.
Yeah.
They said, like, do whatever you want
Do
to with
whatever
Deadpool.
you want.
Like-
You're like the hottest dad right now.
Literally
Yeah.
in the article, there was an interview he had with Google where he was talking about the reason Deadpool exists. Was this okay? Obviously, the test footage came out, and we hear the test footage came out, people went crazy, and then Fox finally said, "All right, fine, do whatever you want." And according to Ryan Reynolds specifically, he said what happened was
What happened?
they had been emailing Ryan Reynolds and the people on that crew have been emailing top executives at Fox for like every week for months, saying, "Look, we got to do this. We got to do this," for months and months and months and months. And then finally, when the test footage came out, those same executives started getting hate mail, lots and lots of hate mail, and like packages of tacos and chimichangas and all sorts of stuff. And literally, at some point, one of the Fox executives came to Ryan Reynolds and said, "Look, fine, take it, do whatever you want. Here's your budget. Fucking never talk to us about this ever again. We don't want to hear about Deadpool. We don't care. Go do it. We're out."
But now
you know?
it's blown up,
Yeah.
so it's massive, and he's allowed to do all of this marketing stuff.
Well, he executive produced Deadpool. Yeah,
see.
11 years of doing this thing. He said actually it was really interesting too. Is one of the things that
Was
he
it pre-Reba or post-Reba?
Preba
Pre-Reba. Okay.
post Reba. He said one of the things he was actually able to have fun with is like two things. He walked into. There's one guy who makes all the costumes for all the superhero movies. Apparently in LA.
Really?
There's one guy who he's like the best, and he walked into that guy's studio, and like he's seeing like, oh, here's the Batman, here's all the different Batmans, and here's this and this and this, and the guy brings him to the back room, and he shows him Deadpool, and he even stopped the interview, and he's like, and this is not me, this is not hyperbole, I'm not being sarcastic, I wept. It's 11 years of my life, and it was beautiful. It was the most beautiful thing that I could ever hope for, and he puts it on.
Ryan Reynolds said that?
Ryan Reynolds said that, yeah. And then he said the next thing he was able to do, since he was executive producer, is that he was able to grab a crew of videographers and say, "Come with me. We're going to spend 2 days just doing dumb shit." And he did. For 2 days, he just did dumb shit, moved...
Like dumb promo shit or what?
No, like literally just in a room, recorded himself doing the
I
dumbest
see.
shit possible
Oh, wow.
in order to see how the face works and how much motion he needs. Like, it doesn't need to Kevin
Why is-
Smith it all to death or whatever.
Why is Ryan Reynolds so obsessed with Deadpool?
Because it was fate. It was destined.
What does that mean?
You remember Blade Trinity? Did you ever see the Blade movies?
I guess.
So there are three
Like a
Blade
really
movies.
long time ago?
A long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Blade 1, there's Blade, I don't remember what Blade 2 was
I
called.
didn't
Let's call
realize,
Google it.
I didn't
I'm
realize
sure.
there were sequels. Or,
There were 3 of them total.
Yikes! Really?
And in the third movie was Jessica
Not
Biel
Vegas.
and Ryan Reynolds, where they're guys who are in a team, they kill vampires, and then Blade comes in and whatever.
And
but Ryan
mopes
Reynolds
around.
and mopes around. Ryan Reynolds played this really sarcastic dude who was really good at what he does. He was motor mouth, couldn't stop talking, kind of.
Hannibal Kid.
Yeah, yeah. And I always call, affectionately, I always call Blade Trinity the longest iPod commercial of all time.
You do?
Because it's like an hour and 45 minutes of Jessica Biel hitting
Play
on their iPod before they go kill a bunch
Putting
of
your earbuds
vampires.
in.
Right. But Ryan Reynolds apparently was so sarcastic and so great that a rival movie executive saw the footage and then sent him this huge crate of Deadpool comics and said, "You were born to play this character." This is 11 years ago, or 12 years probably now. And he flipped one page. He was like looking through, and he never really cared about comic book movies or comic books in general.
Still talking about Ryan Reynolds.
Still Ryan Reynolds, yeah. And he flipped to a page, and Deadpool in the comic panel said, "I look like a combination of Ryan Reynolds and a Shar-Pei." And he looked
I saw that meme.
and he looked at it and he said, "You know what? I don't know why this is so serendipitous. Like, I got to do this." And so he just devoted his life to making Deadpool happen.
And it paid off.
Yeah.
And here it is, and now he can do whatever he wants, and he's fucking killing it.
Well, he's-
Really, right?
And now he probably fucked up all comic book movies for the rest of time. Actually. We can talk about
I
that
don't
more
know.
if we want to. But the truth of the matter is, some executive has noticed, oh, they like R-rated movies. Let's give them R-rated movies.
I'm pretty sure Sony has fucked up all comic book movies for all time. So.
Oh, they just keep trying to fuck them up. It's like there's some like I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a group of like 6th generation Nazis who were like part of Hitler's special propaganda group that didn't know what they were supposed to do, and they're like, we have to ruin American movies still for the Fuhrer. Like they just don't know how to make movies, and they just keep trying.
That would explain Fant Four Stick.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You don't do that by accident.
And that's Nazi
It's called
propaganda.
a labor of hate.
The ultimate solution.
It's the ultimate solution.
The final
The
solution.
final- yeah.
The final Fant Four Stick.
So gross. Let's take another break. We'll come back with more lozenges.
Dusty bricks, bitters, mix, bitter cats, split
It's like she eats a hoagie sideways.
this fortified train slowly sewing my name on the quilt. Great, wipe the dust off the canvas and wait till we break. Like, damn, what a vibe.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Segment 3, The Fight 3. Still hanging out in Don's Depot in Austin, Texas. Still hanging out with Andrea. Still hanging out with .com. And, of course, as always, Dylan.
During the break, we solved like 9 different constitutional arguments. It was brilliant.
I know.
Yeah.
Someday, if we ever do an after-hours show, I'll
Don't
produce
ever
it.
play that.
You heard it here first.
So what else happened this week that was cool? Anything cool that didn't make us upset?
Cool.
New Kanye album sucks, I guess.
Kanye sucks in general. Yeah.
They talked about how superhero movies are probably going to suck from here on out.
Deadpool was awesome. We covered that.
Yeah.
The Seth Meyers thing that was pretty good.
What is that?
Oh, he's had a running bit for the past like year or so where he has it's him like at a dinner party with the cast from Game of Thrones like in character. So he had a dinner party with Jon
Okay.
Snow.
Okay, sure.
And then-
Yeah.
And the one that just came out this past week was Melisandre at a baby shower.
Like in real life.
Well, so you have like Seth Meyers and like 4 let's call them generic 35-year-old women who are either pregnant or have had kids in their normal clothes in their suburban apartment, and then Melisandre, literally in her Melisandre, saying the Dark Night is dark full of terrors, and giving a present of a Valyrian steel dagger to fight the enemies because the night is dark and full of terrors.
Nice. Yeah.
And then you have all these cutaways of like Seth going, "Hold on, I told you to bring it down, but you can't talk like that."
Wait, so who was Preg?
No, it was just the skit.
Some random normal person, and then the character shows
Yeah,
up.
I
yeah.
see, I see.
But it's Melisandre saying, I already know what your child's going to be.
I was
Lorelai
like,
has told me.
Melisandre's Pregs. I thought that ship had sailed.
Oh yeah, the king is sailed. Yeah.
No, she talks about that, like in the skit. It's motherhood is so great. It's like, yes, I remember my child being born, and he pulled my ankles, and he ripped himself out from my womanness,
Way to keep a character.
and I was so proud when he stabbed.
Do we like his show?
I've never actually seen it. Well, I've seen it like a couple times.
It's okay.
I just saw the skit because it was funny.
Go.
Yeah, it was good.
I like that guy. I thought he was like the last really good anchor for.
Oh yeah, since he's left SNL, their weekend update crap is gone.
Wanna switch?
to hell.
You want to go back?
Yeah.
Switch it back.
Yeah.
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry.
Take that. Take
Cross
this.
Mojo, cross extremes.
Got the cans on now.
You can't hear.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else was happening? Apparently, some Ghostbusters pics leaked or something.
What?
There's a high C ecto cooler. They're gonna make that.
Yes, Ecto Cooler is coming back, I guess, in a limited run in a can, which is weird.
Yeah.
Probably has Red Bull in it, right?
Oh, I think that's probably the smartest way of marketing the Ecto Cooler brand.
Say that it has Red Bull in it.
Yeah. Or 5 Hour Energy brings Ecto Cooler or whatever,
Brought to you by.
A friend of mine on Facebook mentioned that after many, many months, knowing that the Ghostbusters is going to come out soon, all we've gotten is stills and no trailers.
Yeah.
Are we talking about the girl Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
That's
actually a really curious point because we have trailers of movies that come out like 2 years later.
Yeah.
Like Interstellar was a trailer.
There was a teaser trailer for episode 8.
Yeah. Yeah,
For Star Wars
exactly.
episode 8.
And they started filming literally last week.
Yeah. And we still don't know what the hell the Ghostbusters thing's going to be like.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be like the Zoolander sequel, which was apparently not good at all.
I've heard it was terrible. Very terrible.
I didn't like either. Is that horrible?
Yeah, I'm curious about that. I actually I'm curious about it.
Are you?
I kind of want to go back and watch it again with you because I remember it fondly. I like the first Zoolander.
But honestly, I can't recall like even seeing it.
I enjoyed it
at
quite
all.
immensely. I've seen it a couple times recently.
Well, my understanding of the sequel is that they don't have a normal person. It's all characters. And without that one person saying like, no, you are weird, and you don't have that person to associate with, then the whole movie, like the review that I read that I absolutely loved because it was the most simple one. I've already told both .com Andrew about. The review was this person saying how he's wanted to walk out of movies so many times.
Oh yeah, you said
And he's
that.
never done it because he respects that the movie's good there and maybe it'll get better, whatever it is. With Zoolander 2, he officially walked out and he does not regret it. He doesn't resent himself for doing it. He said it was the worst thing he's seen in his history of reviewing films.
I think I walked out on Armageddon.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the last scene is the best scene in the whole movie.
Is
I don't
it?
think I've ever
It
watched
literally-
that. I think
it literally
just fall
is.
Oh,
asleep.
no, I've seen the whole movie, but in the theater, I'm like, I can't take this. This is too schlocky and stupid. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah. Oh, did you guys just
Yeah, we just bumped because we don't walk out of movies. We just fall asleep.
No, it was perfectly acceptable also. That's fine.
same difference?
Well, in your case, Andrew, it's just so cold you hibernate, right?
Basically.
7 more weeks
No,
of this.
I keep a blanket in Travis's trunk
That's true. That's true.
specifically for when I am very chilly, and going to movies is very chilly for me.
Sure can be.
I stayed awake for the whole Star Wars movie that I
Because it was awesome.
reluctantly saw,
Yeah, that's true.
and I had a very good reason.
For being reluctant?
Yeah. I
Why?
dated a guy in high school.
Oh.
Hi, Critter. Oh, yeah. Oh,
That's
I
not
need
for
to be...
Critter. That's just like a
Oh, that's not for Critter. Okay. Hi, Critter. I dated a guy in high school, and he really liked Star Wars. Really liked it.
Like has tattoos.
Like has tattoos.
Understood.
Like I dressed up and I slept in front of theaters. Yeah.
Yeah.
I made snack packs.
Point made.
Yeah. I did my time.
Yeah.
And so I clearly
Yes, correct.
I clearly liked the ones that came out during our maybe a little pre my generation, but I still appreciated them. And then the new ones came out, and that's when I got
Oh, yeah.
Star Wars raped, basically.
Sure.
Where I was forced into like waiting outside and dressing up and doing whatever.
Do the whole thing, yeah.
Yeah. I did my time. So when the new one,
Yeah.
what?
Yes,
It's like
episode
3,
7.
there's 7.
Yeah.
So the new one comes out, and everybody's like, "Oh, how excited are you to go see it?" And I'm not fucking excited at all. I'm just not.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm.
And neither was I. Like I'm on record for saying
That's
like,
true, yeah.
I wasn't really into. By the time that
I was so
was trying
turned
so hard
off.
to not watch them, like I
Okay.
didn't care, but everyone else was watching them. Was like, all right, fine. And
Let's
I
take-
had such a fun time. And so like my
Let's
dad.
take into consideration that when I was doing this Star Wars time, if you will, it included before the new movies, the re-release of the old movies.
Yeah, the 90s. Yeah.
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 So I watched all of those. Were fucking great.
Yep.
Definitely a nostalgia thing. Whatever.
Yep.
We're talking about nostalgia movies or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But then the new
Ewoks.
ones were so terrible, and I was so forced into them. It
they
was
were
just
terrible.
horrible. And so, like, here it is, several years later, where the new one's coming out, and everyone's excited, and I'm just like, I don't even know what to expect. It's all been so terrible.
Yeah. But Dad came into town, and Dad for his birthday wanted to come into town, and he wanted to see something. He wanted to do something, and he's like, "Yeah, I want to see Star Wars." I'm like, all right, fine. And so I was able to snag her at a moment when she was not working. Luckily, grab her, me.
You bribed me.
Yeah, I think-
You bribed me with food
Yeah,
and alcohol.
and a blanket.
That works.
Yeah. So we saw it in flicks. Dad, me, Casey, Adam, and Andrea, and you enjoyed the movie.
You definitely fed me, and I was extremely tired.
Yeah, but you stayed up. I actually was falling
I
asleep.
did.
I was falling
You
asleep.
were falling asleep.
Yeah, for some reason.
No, I stayed up. I watched the whole thing. It was fucking great. I really enjoyed myself.
Yay!
I didn't even drink really. I had like one beer, and you guys were like slamming shit.
I don't remember slamming anything,
But
but
you and Casey and Adam got buckets and buckets and buckets. I had like one beer.
I didn't have a bucket of anything. What are you talking about?
Oh, your dad. I guess your dad got a bucket.
My dad probably got a
Yeah.
bucket of something. I don't know. I don't know what he drinks in buckets, but anyway.
Bourbon, I think.
Yeah, he's a professional.
He just pours the entire bottle of bourbon into the
But
bucket.
I was super exhausted, and I did not expect to even stay awake. I was barely awake while we were waiting for the theater to open. And I really enjoyed myself. It was a really good movie.
Yeah.
I had a great time.
It was a solid movie.
Yeah, he fed me.
And it was worth it.
Yeah, it was totally worth it.
But the fact that we haven't heard anything about Ghostbusters, that's the point. It's
Yeah,
like,
because it's gonna be
it's scary.
horrible.
I'm getting there,
It's
yeah,
gonna
but-
be like what's that horrible movie?
Ghostbusters, the new one.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Bridesmaids of Ghostbusters.
It is going to be the Bridesmaids of Ghostbusters, actually, yes.
I'm really worried it's going to be like that, honestly. I'm still going to see it. I'm still going to see it in the theater.
I'll go see it with you, maybe
Yeah.
not in the theater.
Listen, well, I mean, if you go see it, you mean go home and see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go home and see it.
You will.
While you cook
you'll
me
accidentally
amazing
see
dinner
it.
like
Yeah,
you already do.
inadvertently see it because it's on TV already or whatever.
Or you'll bribe me into watching it. You'll be like, yes, let's have stuffed quail and watch this movie. And
Sure.
I'll be like, okay.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. It's a great idea. Let's do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna be I'm still gonna be as positive as I can about the idea.
Who's going to have the biggest victory role?
Well, the pictures already came
Eon
out.
did.
Yeah, there's already a person who has like something along those lines, but
I need to see
I'm lost.
pictures.
I'm
Picture
sorry.
proof,
we'll
please.
look at those pictures after the break. I mean,
I'm lost in what you mean by that.
during the break. We'll look it up when it's not us just looking at our phones on air. You know.
I just don't know what you mean by that.
Eon.
The Egon.
Oh,
yeah.
Egon, sorry. He had like the best victory role ever.
Yeah.
.com.
Nope. Nope.
Best color man there is.
I'm gonna go with Leslie. Nope.
Leslie. Nope. .com. What was your least favorite movie that's come out in the last year?
Oh,
Because you've hated a lot of them.
Inner Smeller?
That's worse than
No, wait, no.
Come on.
Road Warrior, whatever that was.
Okay.
Mad Max,
Okay.
yeah.
Mad Max.
Yeah,
Remake?
the
It was not terrible.
oh god, that
I thought it was
terrible.
not good.
I watched it with zero sound, and I only watched a quarter of it when we were at Kung Fu Lounge.
Yeah.
Wait,
And-
you were at Kung Fu Lounge?
Yeah, against my will.
No. It was a place worse than that. It was a recess.
Were you
Oh, it was
roofied?
recess.
Yeah.
I was not roofied, but I was the most sober person there.
You were very tired, and very sober, and
And they had
you
it
were
playing,
curious.
and I was like, I watched it, and I watched a quarter of it, and I thought it was great.
So you actually haven't sat down and tried to watch the movie?
No, I've never watched
Yeah,
it.
I wanted to walk out of that one.
Sure.
At home.
But you didn't. You just fell asleep.
I wanted to fall asleep. I wanted all of those things. None of
No,
which happened.
That's definitely not the kind of movie that you can fall asleep to. It's way too loud. As a criticism, an actual criticism. I still don't even know if I like that
I watched it
movie.
with no sound.
I still have
and
no idea.
I know that I do not.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I know that he didn't.
I have fallen asleep in a theater.
Shocker.
Sure.
Yeah, right. Star Trek, the second one, the remake.
Also a bad movie.
Into the shadows.
Oh,
or out of the
my
shadows.
God.
Into the darkness.
Into the
And this was
shadow
IMAX,
darkness.
so we're talking about 3.5 stories.
Of boring.
Yeah, that movie really
10
is terrible.
times the amount of living space.
Did you have
that I
your readers on?
I did not.
You
And
didn't probably need it. It was
Absolutely
IMAX.
fell asleep.
Maybe it would
It
have been
was
better.
terrible.
No, that movie's not good. And I'm a huge Star Trek fan. That movie's not good.
I wanted to love it. I liked the first remake.
I don't know. I don't know. I think it was subsequent viewings of Out of the Dark
Into the Darkness.
Shadows. Into the Shadows.
Wait.
Out of the Dark Shadows.
Yeah.
Out of the Dark Shadows.
What are you talking about right now?
The second Star Trek remake.
never
whatever.
mind.
I think it's subsequent viewings. If you look at it as just a dumb action movie, it's better than it was the first time. It was like, oh, cool, it's gonna be as much fun as the first one, but I don't know.
No, it's bad.
I'm not bringing myself back. So that's the nostalgia of 2 years ago or 1 year ago. Like, crossing my fingers that it'd be good.
Well, I will say
it's the
that-
reason why I want to see the second Ninja Turtles movie that's coming out.
Why?
I don't know.
Because the Michael Bay thing was
Well, it's like
abomination.
It's like they finally listened to the nerds and said, "Oh, we're gonna have Krang and we're gonna have Bebop and Rocksteady."
Are you really going to trust Michael Bay to do anything ever? That you're gonna-
I just really love the Krang like so much.
Yeah,
I have faith in the Krang.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Michael
Krang
Bay.
the brain, come on.
Michael Bay.
I mean, it might be a trick. You know, that might be the thing. It might be a trick. The same people who brought us Fan Four Stick, where like Michael Bay is just trying to ruin movies and he just can't figure it out. And he's like, all right, so here's how to do it. Let's trust the nerds finally. You know, like I don't know. I don't know. It's weird.
I'm willing to watch Sad Fury one more time, but god damn, that was an awful movie.
Sad Fury, was that in your pocket for a while? I haven't heard that one yet.
No. I called it Bad Max.
Yeah, Bad Max.
I can't. I
Smelly Road or something.
I drew a cartoon for that one. That was my film review. Is I actually drew a napkin cartoon, and I do remember Bad Max. I can't remember the rest, but terrible review. Terrible.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, guys.
So not very interesting week this week, huh, Drug?
Not really.
We did nothing apparently.
Not really. Cheers.
Hey, to being lazy and not doing anything.
So, hearing the train more than I've ever heard before.
I love The Martian. The Martian, I thought, was a great film.
Yeah.
I liked it too.
I'm a sucker for sci-fi. I will see anything sci-fi.
And you had to science the shit out of that movie.
Dave, science the shit out of that movie.
I like that. That was
A
good.
literal quote.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
My phone doesn't go sideways anymore.
Okay, I can fix that. Let's take a break. And I will consult the geniuses.
All right.
And we'll figure it out. Come back.
Dust off the canvas and wait till we breaks like
Cheers to never doing Princess Leia.
tripping on his deep groove. And the night's through. What a feeling, what a nice mood. A bam boom rock. We're here to rock you.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Yeah! Segment 4, the Fantastic Four.
Yay.
Title pending.
I had a good time.
Yeah, I think we had a good time here tonight. Is there anything else we missed before we want to close things out?
Trump. No, we got it.
Trump,
Yeah.
yeah. Our own Brent Peasley will be on the show very soon.
Oh, is he back from his tour of South America?
He is.
Wait, who's that?
Comedian friend of ours, or who has been on the show. Very cool guy, very nice guy. I'm excited to hang out with him again, see what his trip was like. He tweeted earlier, well, Facebooked earlier. I just call it tweeting. If you don't vote for Bernie or Trump, you're a pussy. Because that's really what we want to see. Is we want to see these two weird, like it's like the I don't know, what was that show on Comedy Central where the robots would fight each other?
BattleBots?
BattleBots. It's like the BattleBots. Like
Yeah.
it's extreme versions of two things that smash each other, and just once they're on their backs, then they're out. You know, that's it. One policy or whatever, like they're done. You know, I like to see that happen.
Yeah.
Because Hillary versus Jeb, I'm out. I'm out. .com. Anything you wanted to bring up that we did not talk about today?
Thanks, Sarah, for smashing into my work vehicle and causing a situation at work.
Now look, she's a big fan of the show.
It's going to be awesome.
She subscribes to the show. Let's not call out our listeners.
No, Sarah, I love you, and I'm still going to keep baking cookies despite what she did.
Sure. I was being hyperbolic. There's no way she's listening to the show, so.
Yeah.
No.
No, she's still avoiding you.
Thanks, Sarah.
Oh yeah, the Canada thing. The island in Nova Scotia that put out a website this past week saying if you move here,
because of Trump.
if Trump wins, please move here.
Move here, yeah.
Like what? We'll protect you.
No, they're saying please move here.
Yeah, because they don't have the population, they don't have
Yeah,
the
they
ingrowth.
have no economy. They have
Wait,
high unemployment.
What's the weather like? Because I kind of want to go to there.
It's Nova Scotia, so southern
So it's horrible.
southern
It's cold.
Greenland. Yeah.
Wait, something Greenland's.
Southern.
I can't remember. Is that warm or cold?
Cold.
Damn it.
It's really freaking cold.
I just lost $20.
Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia. I just lost $20.
No, actually, I looked it up because I was curious, and I found like some real estate stuff, and like it's you don't get it. They need to offer a lot more than just come here.
Then not having Trump.
Yeah,
Like Ireland saying, well, we don't have snakes.
that's
who
more
else
attractive.
doesn't have snakes? Hawaii.
Hawaii,
right.
yeah. So it's close to Hawaii without going to Ireland.
Which
Yeah.
is kind of the same with where we are now.
Currently, right now?
Currently right now.
Right now,
Like no snakes in Austin? Or
No, like temperature in Austin.
we have Trump and we have this temperature.
Like nighttime is.
oh, right now it's like the temperature
Yeah, like
wise.
68 and daytime is 18.
Yeah, no, in Nova Scotia, like peak summer is like 68.
Oh,
What? No.
no thanks.
You would not survive Nova
No,
Scotia.
that's freezing.
But
Yeah.
people don't live there.
No, literally,
Why
people
would
do not
they?
live. It's because it's Nova Scotia.
Ugh, no, abort mission.
But they're really polite, and their website's really friendly.
It was very friendly.
Yeah.
Promising.
You can get a
They
suntan.
need to sweeten the offer a little bit. I'll tell you what, if the government of Canada wants to offer Drunkcast a stipend, a relocation fee,
fee, yeah.
some kind of support of our art and fund our lives as artists to do this,
Sure.
I will definitely consider that offer.
What's the weather all about?
It's Nova Scotia.
It sounds like they need more greenhouse gases.
They need more parkas. Well, Landry needs more parkas.
She needs all the
I need
parkas.
more funny sweaters.
You would never leave the house. You would always be inside.
Yes, I would.
I mean, that sounds pretty dope, though.
Are there tunnels that go everywhere?
We'd
so
have to
I don't
make our own, I
like,
think.
go
Not yet.
outside?
But if the government of Canada wants to build some tunnels for us, fully heated, of course.
You know what? I will say this on air.
They have those in Minnesota.
I will say this on air, but Drunkcast Live will build all the tunnels
With our government stipend.
with our government stipend.
Yeah.
I think that's very fair.
And if for a place that has a negative population growth, right now there are 4 people at this table who are willing to move if you pay us enough.
Yes, and
Well, if
also
there are tunnels
if
where
they
it will not be cold.
Yeah.
if they drastically change their weather.
Well,
and,
we have to make our own
And their
weather.
standard of living. Totally.
No, they have free healthcare. It's fine.
Wait.
never
oh, that's
mind.
easy. Yeah.
I'm
Reneged,
sold.
reneged.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're Canadians.
Andrea, anything you want to plug or anything you want to talk about this week?
No.
Excellent. Dylan, anything you want to talk about this week that we did not talk about?
Oh, Canada,
Sure.
my home and native land.
They have Terrence and Phillip. I'm
We
not
will
happy.
never move there.
Buddy.
Buddy.
Damn you, Justin Bieber.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Drunkcast. If you want to know more about the show or like the show or want to be on the show, who cares? You can go to drunkcastlive.com. That's drunkcastlive.com or facebook.com/drunkcastlive. We are at Drunkcastlive on Twitter. Twitter, if you've never heard of that product, is a website. You can...
Oh, it's a place where Kanye goes to ask for billions of dollars.
That's true.
Yeah.
From people who are not on Twitter.
Yeah.
We are at 412-440-7468. That's 412-440-SHOT. It's a phone number where you can call us or you can text us and you can say things you hate about this episode or things that you really hate about this episode or everything you liked about the other episodes that aren't our show. Questions at Drunkcast Live if you want to ask us questions or also hate the show. You can also go to iTunes and upvote us or leave comments. It's pretty neat. We have 2. It'd be cool to have more than that. We're on the Citrus store.
Dare to dream.
A dare to dream.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not dreaming, you're not podcasting. At the Switcher Store, we're going to be at the Google Play Store soon, and I'm sure there's some way you can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/drunkcastlive. You can watch videos that we've done before, and videos I hope we do someday, as long as someone actually watches any of the videos that are not me or Dylan checking to see if the
you
videos are
watch
still
our
working.
videos, we'll make more of them.
Yes, yeah. You can see us drink and point at cameras and get uncomfortable on cameras. If you like that.
Yeah.
.com, thanks for hanging out with us.
Of course.
Andrew, thanks for hanging out with us. Nod.
Andrew, your sweater is always welcome on Drunkcast.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
It's the best sweater in the whole world.
Yeah. Nice skulls.
Right?
Yeah.
The only skull sweater I've ever seen in my life.
It's really dope.
Yeah.
It's also really, I mean,
It's inappropriate.
No,
It's very for me.
it's tasteful. It's a tasteful skull splitter. Dylan, thanks for helping me run the show.
Of course.
And I'm Travis. We'll see you next week with Brent Peasley. And someday, Hunter.
Oh, yeah, Hunter. Yeah. Hey.
Fuck that guy. Anyway, I love you. See you next week.
Lesbian sound, you getting bucked down. Champion sound, you getting bucked down. Champion sound, you getting bucked down. We come to let you know what the deal is.